Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I am Samantha the Introvert. Today I want to give you my personal recap on episode 11 of Eternal Butler. So without further ado, let's get into it. Today's mission, I must be yours. Yeah, today's mission sounds very demanding, don't you think? Okay, so Bushi is talking to his father about how he felt over the years he has been living with his father after he lost his mother. And to be honest, Bushi was so calm and composed when he was speaking to his father. This was the conversation that I was waiting for. But the fact that his father really listened, that part is the only part that I'm just shocked. He listened and he didn't talk. It's the I listen but we don't judge moment. Bushi then spoke about there were events when he was a child his father never attended for him, and how that he hated his father for being rich, and how he had a secret family, which I still need to see for Bushi to gain closure. Oh, by the way, there is a difference in my audio, and if you notice that, then it means one thing. My equipment that I'm using, which is a headphone, has malfunctioned. And until then, I'm gonna just use just my phone, which is what I've been using for the entire 3 years of my YouTube life. But yeah, I'm just gonna use the phone, and hopefully you can fully hear clearly. Until then, later I will buy the headphones. Anyways, Bushi told his father that he is happy that his father is rich because for the first time he can ask his father for something that requires money, and also hoping his father can afford it, which is asking his father to purchase Everforth so he can have Everforth. The father said that to purchase Everforth is very expensive, and for a rich man to say that, it means he can't afford him. I don't know how much, but if he said that, it's a lot. Also, the father expresses how wrong this love is because a robot that will be around for years and years to come, but Bushi will die one day, and such love is wrong. I believe people can love who or whatever they want, but they must think of the risks they take for such love. And if they already have that in mind, we cannot stop them, but just cheer them on this love. I believe Bushi understands where his father is coming from, but his stubbornness is not letting him. After talking to his father, Bushi went to his room to find out that Everforth heard every conversation. Technically, Everforth couldn't stop overhearing anything because he was built to hear everything. Bushi is sad about one day he and Everforth will part ways because they only have Everforth for a rental on 1 year and both love wishes for more. Everforth tries to tell Bushi that maybe it's best for Bushi to be with someone normal and human, but being the stubborn human Bushi is, he told Everforth to never mention those sentences to him, which Bushi is not entirely wrong, because if you love someone, it hurts to hear that the person you love is telling you to move on. The reason Everforth said that is because when he was speaking to the creator gave an advice on human life and the difference of human and robots, and the logic made sense to Everforth. But then Everforth gave his easier way and cheaper way to afford him, which is very stupid in my opinion. He told Bushi that if he can get Everforth to be sent to the trash and turned into scraps and use those scraps to rebuild him, still costs money and stupid. Bushi said no, and if he did, then there will be precious parts that will be missing that he can't get. At first I thought like everyone else, still do, but I guess if the robot treats you with love that no one else does, who am I to judge? Plus, the robot has a mind of its own, just like a human. The father took on the son advice to go to the creator and see if he can afford Everforth. During their conversation, they both agreed that humans and robots should not fall in love, but the creator said that humans and AI have evolved to the point that his own nephew had fallen in love with one, that is Evernine's boyfriend. The creator then presents a contract of agreement of keeping Everforth, and the father signed it. Basically, the contract is not literally gaining access to fully get Everforth. It's an agreement to send an appeal to the higher up so he can fully get Everforth. The father ate the idea of his son being in love with a robot, but he loves Bushi regardless, so he is going to do this for Bushi, even if he's gonna be this evil person in secret. Then we have these two friends who seems to love the claw machine. Meanwhile, these two boyfriends just enjoy the sight of their boyfriends having fun even though they are losing. After their fun, they went home, and Bushi told Everfor how much he appreciated having Bushi in his life. Bushi said when he started to understand how he felt for Everfor, he had to search up a lot. Bushi then bought a ring for Everfor as a promise ring. Promise love ring. A love like this is impossible to break unless they themselves do it. I ain't gonna lie, I love Asian food preparation, but I hate that there are so many dishes after that to be washed. By the way, Everfor was the one that made breakfast, just putting it out there. It's the kiss in front of the father for me. Bushi wasted no time or didn't hesitate to show his love in front of his father. Their love was so cute the father's heart couldn't take it, he had to leave the table. Everfor sent Bushi to school, and to make people know that Bushi is, he smacked them booty cheeks. The father is still figuring out how he can afford Everfor without draining his bank account and become poor. I don't blame the Ever series creator to be building the limited amount of robot and put a big price on them too. Then we see Everfor. He went to the guy that basically gained charge of the Ever series and their function. Everfor kind of threatened him to let him stay with Bushi. Everfor reminded the man that he is a robot that has not violated any laws and told him that he wishes to get access to whatever he wants, which is not what the man wants to hear. The reason the man refuses this love and that robots and human is forbidden is not because of being a lover, it's because he believes that robot will malfunction and go against what they were created to do. Have you ever watched iRobot? I gotta agree with the man. Everfor made it clear that he will never harm a human or Bushi. Everfor really loves Bushi to go against the creator and people for this. Meanwhile, we see Bushi with his best friends explaining his situation. I am still not sure if the best friend understood that Everfor is a robot or not. But then the best friend got distracted by seeing a girl flirting with his boyfriend. So the jealous boy went to show that this man is not single, and the man sees this, and right in front of the girl, he kissed him and told the girl that he is his boyfriend. Boy shouldn't be worried because he has a boyfriend that is very much faithful. Later, Everfor presented a gift for Bushi. In this box, it's a clear indication that he now belongs to Bushi, free of all charges. I don't think people realize, but this robot went all out to be with Bushi. I hope they both know the risks they took and consequences that come after. But for now, let's just focus on the love what they have right now for each other. Trust me, if a robot created to do and be like a human and have emotions and love, it will love for eternity until its function is changed to do otherwise. Okay, guys, that is the end of my personal recap on episode 11 of Eternal Butler. Stay tuned for my recap on episode 12. And as always, if you like my recaps, give them a thumbs up, subscribe with notification bell so you never miss any of my videos. I will see you next time. Also, please, I do apologize for the audio. Please bear with it until I figure the solution out. Bye bye.